Hi, Denis Gluhan, Emergency Services Manager for Los Altos Hills County Fire District, and thank you for joining us. Today we're here to talk about alternative methods for vegetation management in Los Altos Hills. We've recently had the goats come through this area. Goats are seen as an alternative to power tools in vegetation management. Typically, we'd come in with weed eaters, chainsaws, and be removing vegetation. We have more of a natural, holistic approach of having goats come in, do what they do best, which is grazing. They can eat items like poison oak, lower vegetation, and they can deal with the steep slopes that we have here in Los Altos Hills. One of the nice components also is they leave something behind in the form of their manure being actually a little bit of a fertilizer in addition to what they've done in the grazing. Now remember, in the previous videos we've talked about the 4 Ds. We remove the dead, the disease, the dying, and the damaged vegetation. Obviously goats don't really appreciate those 4 Ds, but they are very good at changing the fuel model on our ladder fuels. What we call this type of vegetation management is removing the ladder fuels. So we started with the grass, and the ladder effect is that's one step into the brush, which is the next step, which moves into the tree. So if a fire starts in the grass, it spreads rapidly. That's a flashy fuel. It dries out quickly, and then it continues to spread up that ladder up into the trees and becomes a much larger fire. So if you look behind me, we have an untreated area. You can see long grasses that go into dead tree and brush behind that. We call that fuel modeling, the low flashy fuels, the grasses, or 1-hour fuels, and those go into the denser fuels. This laddering effect, the fire starts quick, burns quickly in this flashy dry grass, and then it continues to grow in its volume as it moves into the tree and brush. With the goats coming in, you can see a remarkable difference in that all the grasses are gone. The lower vegetation has been trimmed by the goats. You can see the canopy is lessened with what they've done in this treatment.